Caroline, the score line seems a little deceptive as to kind of the test that Allison presented tonight. So can you just talk through the match, and what do you think you did particularly well today?
I think it was a good match in general. I was surprised of the consistency that she had. I think she played extremely well. I think I played her in Rome where I felt like the rallies weren't as long and it was either a winner or a mistake. But I feel like today we had a lot of good long rallies. I felt like I played well, I served well, she served well, and she's really stepped it up with her serves. I feel like in the second set. And I was just happy that I got the win. It was not an easy one.
Did you feel as though that sort of match, being able to come up with answers to what she was kind of throwing at you, does that, I mean, how much of an impact on your confidence does that give you as this tournament starts, given kind of what happened in Auckland?
Yeah, I don't really think Auckland really took a hit for me. I just, it was kind of just getting into the year and getting into the tournament mode, and I feel like I've been playing really well this week leading up to and in practice, so I was really happy that I could step it up today and start off well, and I think I played pretty aggressively from the start.
How did you find the court speed in competition compared to practicing out there?
I think it's similar to last year. I think it's very similar. I think as the tournament is going to progress, I think it's going to get a little faster. The stadium court's always a little slower than the outside courts. The outside courts, I think, are much faster. But I like it. I obviously did well last year, so I have nothing to complain about.
And then a bit of a random question. When you're looking for players to practice with, what do you look for? Like, what do you want? And are there specific players that you just always are texting, hey, do you want to hit or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, Aga was a player that I would always practice with, and I first of all look for players that are good people, so you always know you're going to get a good practice. So it's gonna, I'm looking for someone who always take the practice seriously, and then other than that, I just depends on who I'm supposed to play. If the draw is out, I'm going to try and play someone who has a similar style. Otherwise, I just try and mix it up. So I play someone who has a big serve one day, great returns the next, just kind of mixing it up so I get a bit of everything.
How do you feel about meeting Johanna Larsson in the next game?
I haven't played her in a very long time. I don't know that we've played on tour before. I'm not sure if we have. It's been a long time, but I obviously know her for years and years, so I'm excited for another match out there, and hopefully it's going to be a good one.
Allison drop-shotted you a lot, and you clearly by the end were making her pay for it. What was that like for you to just know you have that? She said if you've lost no speed through what you've been through the last few months, just to know that you had that court coverage and that energy.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that I was fast, and I know I'm fast. She surprised me in the beginning with a couple of drop shots where she was standing, especially when she was standing behind the baseline. I wasn't expecting it. And then I was more alert on it, and then I was happy with even a couple of them. I was like, oh, wow, these are really close to the net, and I don't know why I can even think when I'm running, but I actually can, and I was like, wow, I actually got to that and hit it well. So I kind of complimented myself on a couple of them. A lot of things are going through my head, I guess, when I play.
This is another random question. Are you still doing a lot of running?
I am. Not as much as I used to, but yeah, running is one of my favorite cardios. I feel like I get a good sweat, and I get a full body kind of exhaust from that.
Does your mind ever wander to just something completely inappropriately random in the middle of a match?
Oh, 100%. A lot in the breaks. I think David used to be like, what are you doing? You should be focusing. I'm like, no, sometimes you need to kind of unwind a little bit in the breaks so that you can really focus when you're out there. So, yeah, I remember there was one lady at the US Open. She was going up the stairs, and she had this really nice Birkin bag that was, like, orange. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I kind of like that color. It's different. So I notice stuff sometimes.
You end up tracking it down?
No, but if you ask David, I'm sure he has a few random things that I've said after a match that had nothing to do with my game.
Thank you.